So we've got Mikito versus Shadows 2 and 3.
Hi, Dwyron. This is Mikito.
Hello. Uh-oh. I see double 3 3 points. I know what's coming up next. I lied. I did not know what's coming up next. Okay, technically, yeah, that was an opening from I don't even know what year. I would say maybe you could use this. I'd keep it simpler and just go corner, side, center, but all right, sure. Let's see where this is going. This is technically okay. I prefer to be, I mean, it's mirror right now, never mind. Normally, I would say I prefer picking a direction, but the directions are all the same right now. So scratch that. Do whatever you want. It's weird. For the two space, I think is a Joseki. Maybe one's fine too.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I had to play against the 3-3.
I think here is where I would probably start making different decisions. Like he can go ahead and do this, and I'll just go ahead and build over here. Invade top later if I can. It's got 2 points. Would I change anything from here?
The two evasions on top, could I just ask what the second one is? I know the H17 one. If we played the variation you were talking about.
Oh.
Q15 and then.
Well, the other one is literally just right here because you can go out or underneath.
Okay. Yeah, that one looks more uncomfortable.
Yeah, if he plays here,
I see. Okay.
It's hard to actually, especially when this side is also a cut.
Gotcha.
You can't let you, yeah. So that shouldn't be too difficult. Yeah, okay. Shape, I like it. I feel like that's, I don't know. I kind of feel like black probably should have gone and played and fought here because this is where the opening seems to be focused with this little line of stones. And I think in that regard, we also need to go after the shape point because we can't just let white settle right now because then our opening's kind of trashed, it seems. So if we play here into here, we could get an attack on the top stone, on the top grip a little bit. But yeah, I think if black actually, or white gets to just like settle here, then that's a pretty good win for white locally. All right. Ooh, ouch. Normally it's this one. Almost never will we jump out because it's just way too soft on the opponent. Yep, jump out. That's not helping you live. All right, so I'm currently identifying potentially 3 weak groups. We've got the one here on 17, the one is jumping away because this thing is definitely not alive yet. It's got like maybe an eye up there somehow later if it pushes at 9 first. But it's definitely not happy. This should be here. That way we also have a chance later on, hello, go away, to further reduce the base if it has one. This one makes it a little bit more difficult. A little bit more of a severe move. I'm going to play here. I anticipate this one. That way the turn's going to be a lot stronger against my opponent. This is a little bit eh. Black can go ahead and fight this, which is what black wants to do right now because this is where all the stones are. Passive, no. This move doesn't work because we can just go 1, 2, 3, and then that stone, if we run it away, it's dead. Like we'll just kill a top. Easy peas. So we could do this one instead, but that's about it. And then try to get, I don't know, the shapes are kind of ugly. Some kind of an attack here. I'm not even confident that this actually kills anything because there's like pokes here There's kind of weird shapes here. I do not like. I'm going to play here. I'm also going to play here. If I can play here, fantastic. And then that's still 0.5i for me opponent. Okay, getting better. Push. Yay! We did not honey. Are we afraid of a cat? I don't understand. Because this is insanely huge. Like, how do you defend? We do this, there's the Miai cutting point, right? It's like, I will die. So it's hard to figure out how this is going to go. Like, draw back, I guess, is the only thing we can do. And then from there, honestly, I just want to cap. That's the only move I want to play right now. I just want to cap this. I don't think anything else matters right now because the right wall here for white is pretty strong. This is a scam. Yeah, the problem is black is a busy person right now, and there's just too much that's going wrong. I honestly, after this move for black, I would be anticipating white's victory because there's just too much we have to worry about. We have to worry about this not dying, this settling, that doing something while the other two are under attack. And I don't really see a counterattack to put pressure on white. So the pressure is going to be on black for about a good 100 moves. And if white's not profiting in 100 moves of an attack, something severely bad happened. Like very, very big mistake. So the question is, how are we going to make up all of that pressure that's going to be applied? And without weak groups to counterattack, it's just, I don't know. The 2 space is not terrible. We do want to poke that though, if possible. Like, just make sure that this is just a stick. Maybe do something here, or even just cap that. Like, this is, if we can get this shape going, we're happy because we're focusing this attack back into that middle group that can attack both sides at the same time. That's essentially the goal we're going for. And you can hit this if you don't want to worry about that ever being an eye. And yeah, this is the kind of thing we're looking for. And then if we jump out here and that's there, then we can go off and do this one. Like, you can see how both of these are just destroying each other. Classic splitting attack. This we want to ignore. This should be here, actually. If you can get a response out of black or out of white, that way you can go back and keep putting better shape on the board for yourself. Fantastic. But yeah, you got to get that pressure off you immediately. Because right now, all white's going to do is just be like, all right, your turn. Where are your eyes? And even if you live at this point, you're going to notice immediately, we need to get over in here and do this. Because we have to be careful of like all this stuff going on while we're under attack. And suddenly like white getting a bunch of territory on the right hand side too. It's hard to deal with. Okay. Ignore that. Okay, sure. Wishful thinking. Yeah, about to say, if you miss that move, oh, that's so sad. This tells me that black is aiming to probe your cutting point, which we know we don't care about. So complete the surround. If he plays here, that's fine.
I see.
Yeah, they're into, yep, exactly. But yeah, what's going on is the middle, not that. So forget that. What black will have to back off and just find something else to do. Just try to live here or something. Hard to do though. Hard to do. I mean, do we have an eye? If that is Sente, we have an I, but it's not. Yeah, I think this would be dead. You could still poke at it because there's no way black's poking at that. Because this is all about trying to keep the middle alive. So these distractions don't fall for them. This kind of fell for it. I confess I haven't done a Liberty count, but I think this is black's chance to counter. Because I can't see this being played. White has to count that very, very well if we're going to play this way. Have to be absolutely sure you have the both eyes, because this isn't going to be a capture race. Yeah, that's a really good chance for black to come back. Again, I'm really tempted to do this one into that one, because now I know white has no eyes. So I think white has to fall back, which then makes this interesting as well. Because how long is my opponent going to really try to fight this? Because now I'm isolating two groups, right and the middle. Kind of get an awkward. Because like we have to jump out here before this is played, right? Because this isn't going to work.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did we find it? Mostly. I like this a bit better. It forces a big decision from the opponent. Like if you cut through me right now, you're toast. And if you cut through this way, pretty much same thing. I'm gonna surround and kill all this. Only I wish, again, we had an 18 for black. Oh, okay. Okay. Those seem like co-threats.
Mm-hmm.
I think for white, I would probably at the very I don't know. I'm tempted to go back, go code immediately, but yeah, that's risky if we use up all of our code threats and then they live. Okay, this is getting better. That might have been awkward. Well, it's alive now, I think. Right? Because we got nigh there, and then that's fine. And if we fall back on this, nigh there. So that is slightly awkward. This has to be responded to, but then that's going to get connected. And that's game, I guess. I guess black resigns. Yeah, I guess because that's dead, that's there. Yeah, okay. Okay. So yeah, black missed a chance up top, essentially. There was a small chance back over here where we could go, rather than trying to get life yet, we can still go on the attack and just start focusing all of these different groups down. I admit it's a little more difficult to see. Before that, of course, just don't be in a position. And that originates here. If you play this, your opponent's probably just gonna go and play either this way or this way. I don't really know. Depends, of course. But we get to keep connected, and that's a lot better than allowing this to come out. Because that's a huge they've been making mistakes on still at was it 3Q? Yeah. Huge second mistake. And the opening, I actually can't mention because I know it's valid. I don't know how to use it. I haven't studied it. It's way out of fashion, though. Diagonal 3-3 into 10 again. That is way out of fashion. I do know if you are going to play a 10 game, you have to play a very aggressive game, which means you are going to need strength to attack something that's weak. And regretfully, White was just kind of given the chance to sort of go around and attack and settle and do whatever they want. Especially here, like that was maybe your first chance to get something done by taking the fight here, because White can't really play this way because you've outnumbered. So that's what we're kind of looking for. And if we can get a nice fourth line set here, because White's afraid to take the fight, then okay, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. Picking up them points. Missing that though is huge. Anywho, any questions?
For White, I guess the trouble was answering at Q14, right? That's right. That's what I should take away from this. Once he pushed, it was a while in. When I
Oh
was
yeah. Here, this was a good attempt to just
So just stay
Black
focused
might
on the target.
Yeah, games of Go tend to be games of distraction, where your opponent is just gonna try to convince you to kill yourself. And if you start listening to them, then yeah, you're just gonna be covered in blood. That's gonna be your own.
Okay. Yeah, because I felt that like he was really busy, and so I was able to attack a bunch of things, and that's kind of like my favorite thing to do. But then there was a point, like you said, where I felt like he could have got away, and I was like, uh-oh. So, okay.
Can't really do anything there. Oh, I hate that. And yeah, for White also, unfortunately, missing this is a really big pain.
So my
Because that's
worry
0.5
was,
I.
yeah, my worry was if I was to poke at those, shapes there, that it would weaken the middle for me, the white jumping stones in the middle.
Oh, this? No. As
Yeah.
long as you don't block on this side, you're fine. It's like, what's going
Okay.
on? I'm dead now. How did that happen?
Yeah.
So you can
Okay.
block on this side, because if he wants to hurt himself here, that's kind of what you're looking for.
Right. Yep. That's what I was looking for later in the game too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or if you want to make that exchange first, you could always play this one, because then there's not the threat of the throne anymore. So then you got these for free if your focus wants to be on this group.
Right. Maybe I just wanted to attack both, and so I never attached to anything that I want to attack, or at least I try not to. But I could totally see that settling on one side will help me on the other. So
yeah.
all right, thanks, Thorn.